If you want to understand better, you can refer to Surah An-Nisa. Juz 4, chapter 4, the last page. You can see the bottom, there's a long verse there. Whoever you are forbidden to marry, you can salam them. Whoever you are forbidden to marry, you can salam them. The names are mentioned there. If those whose names are not mentioned there, you are not allowed to salam them. That is very clear. But due to traditional, we have been following since small until now. Sometimes I got some of my neighbors or my friends or what, they have a daughter, age of 7, 8, salam, salam. I said, never mind, it's okay. It's not haram, but from small you have to train. Sometimes Haraya we go, salam, 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 salam. Everybody we salam. There is a view of scholars in fiqh. You can salam shaykha. Shaykha means what? Elderly person, with the condition the person no longer have desire. Normally we can say maybe age 70 plus, 80 plus. Okay? But that same thing, sometimes we see, we cannot be ask them, you still got sexual desire. We cannot be asking them this question. Sometimes culture will start, they say you are arrogant, biadab. So we must understand which is the way of salam emphasized in Islam and culture. Normally is you kiss the hand of your parents, your grandparents who have given birth to your parents, your brother, your sister, elderly one, your father-in-law, your mother-in-law. They are like a mother and father to you. Because you can't, once you already marry and your nikah is sah, your mother-in-law is haram for you to marry forever. Even your wife pass away or you divorce your wife, your mother-in-law is still your mother-in-law. Whether her status become ex-mother-in-law or current mother-in-law doesn't matter. So there's a lot of things in fiqh we need to understand.